So a majority leading up to NASCAR, I mean, you spent on the farm, and now you're having all of this success in NASCAR. What are the lessons that you think that you learned on the farm that led to your success today?
It's just that phrase my dad would say, "Just do it," does ring in my ears. There was a lot of times early where, I mean, just to be honest with you, I had to bring the sponsors to race. So when you get into racing, whether you're racing at your local track, my local track was 417 Speedway. It's shutting down, unfortunately, now in South Florida. But there's a similar 3/8 mile asphalt track right here in Cordele, Watermelon Capital Speedway, Crisp County.
Yep.
And no matter if you're, my little cousin's out there racing, my uncle we have to pay for that. The tires cost money, the engine, the fuel, pit passes to get into the pits, like everything costs money. But we go to work, and my dad's thing was always, we're gonna go to work, we're gonna grow our watermelons, and then our fun and our hobby, like what we're gonna do for fun, if we all agree, we're gonna go race. And we had a blast, and it brought my family closer together. My grandparents, my mom's parents, my first race, they didn't want to go because they thought it was too dangerous, so they didn't come watch. And they'd been to every soccer game I ever played. They'd been to all my brother's basketball and football games when he was growing up. They didn't go. Second race, I came and watched, and my brakes went out. I lost brakes, but I didn't hit anything. I just had to stop. So my granddad, he's a gearhead, and he said, if you're going to keep doing this, I'm going to come work on it, make it safer. So racing brought my family closer together than I could have ever hoped for and dreamed for.
That's awesome.
Not that we were apart, we were just normal. And now, I mean, in 2005, when I started racing, our family traveled together. We traveled to Ocala, to Lakeland one time, New Smyrna, Orlando, and in our track there in Punta Gorda, and it brought us closer together. So back to the farm, though, you just get up and go. So you wake up and you just don't know what today's going to bring. The weather dictates everything. So in Florida, we're on real sandy soil. We have to dig perimeter ditches and cross ditches with a trackhoe to move water, to irrigate, because if it rains, you got to get the water out. But then when it's dry, you got to pump the water in. So every area of the country is a little different. We're on drip here in this field, and you got natural elevation for the water to drain away. But you have to come to the field every day as a farmer and just work. You don't know what the day's going to bring. So I took that mentality into racing, and when I moved to North Carolina in 2012, I didn't have a plan. I didn't have the support of a manufacturer like Chevrolet. I didn't have coaches. I was bouncing every year to a new team, just where the opportunity was, and it was always very fluid. Sometimes mid-season I would change teams. So I took the thought of me and my dad we talk almost every day. I mean, really every day, and he's headed to the field, and I was getting up to try to figure out my next, what did I need to do today to make the race on Friday night, Saturday, or Sunday as the years have progressed and we moved up. What do I need to do? And he would give me, ideas of who people to go talk to, and we'd talk about conversations I had that might further my career. And then when I got with Chevrolet, it's all the things I ever wanted in those early years, I have now. I have the resource. I have the coaches. I have the sponsors. So I don't have to bring the sponsors anymore. The sponsors want to sponsor me.
They're coming to you now.
And because of what we've done, and they've seen who I am, and I've been able to tell my story and be me. I can be natural to me. I mean, I've said it before, I'm a round-toed boot, plaid short-sleeve shirt wearing farmer.
Absolutely. I love it.
Somehow has figured out how to drive a car in a circle really fast